asset, and the firm size may be the determinable factor of the level of environmental disclosure. And to find out the relationship between these variable and the level of disclosure, we have formulated this regression model. And Y total disclosure received for each company. And here, how do we ascertain the total disclosure? Total disclosure is measured by using index. This index is developed using several items of information related to environment. Our index is included 19 items under 4 categories, namely economic factor, litigation, pollution abatement, and other environmental information. And here the variables are SP, shareholder power, CP creator power, GP government power, EZ economic concern, ISO 14001 certification, ROIT return on asset, firm performance, L size logarithm of total asset, and age. The age mean number of years since the incorporation of the company. And these are the descriptive statistics. Actually, you can go through all these statistics. Look at the first row that shows the total disclosure. The total disclosure, the maximum disclosure earned by a company is 31, which is comparatively relatively low. And some companies are there, the company earn is score as a 0. It's very tragic situation, because our sample consists 36 companies from manufacturing industry. Manufacturing industry is the industry. All companies are environmental sensitive. That means there are heavy impact of the operation of these companies into environment, but they do not disclose any information in their annual report. Such a tragedy. And the maximum score earned by a company is 31. The possible maximum score that a company can earn is 52, because I want to tell you how to score these items. I told you we have developed an index including 19 items of information. Each items are weighted by a weighted scoring scheme. If the information is disclosed quantitatively and specifically, we awarded score of 3. If the information is disclosed non-quantitatively but specifically, we awarded score of 2. If the information is disclosed generally, a score of 2 is awarded. If nothing is disclosed, 0 is awarded. Therefore, a maximum possible score that a company can earn is 57. That means 19 into 3. Am I correct? My mathematics? 57. But the maximum score the company has earned is 31, relatively low. A minimum score a company earned by 0. Right? Some companies which are in manufacturing industry have heavy effect on environment, discharging their waste material, polluted air, polluted water. Nothing disclosed anything in their annual report. Right? And other variable, I'm not going to explain one by one. The very important thing is total score. That is our dependent variable, all other are independent variable. And this is the regression result. Multiple R 0.76 and R square. That's the important thing, 0.58. That is the explanatory power of that variable over 50%. That means this model is quite acceptable, not totally. These are the variables which can explain, these are the sum of variables which can explain about the level of environmental disclosure. The percentage 58, quite acceptable. There may be some other variable which may determine the level of disclosure, but I have not included all variable in my model. And there are these are the other results. There are two variable their association is significant at 5% country level. Now, EC and ISO. What is EC? Environmental concern. That means if a company has environmental committee, or if a company have included environmental related statement in their mission or vision, they are more concerned about environment. And if a company has been awarded with ISO 14001 certification, such company disclose more information. That is a good implication. Why? When setting regulation, when setting reporting standard, it is very important, these two factors, because this resource may be helpful actually. And conclusion and limitation. Yes, the resource indicates that the level of disclosure by by Sri Lankan manufacturing firm is at a very low level compared to other countries. Now, when you take some developed countries like UK, USA, New Zealand, Australia, they have a mandatory requirement. They must disclose this manufacturing fact. Otherwise, there will be penalties or some other restriction for such companies. Now, you know, this environmental thing is very important, because people now in a country like Sri Lanka, we don't think about environment. We do many things. We waste our resources unnecessarily, right? Unlikely developing countries. In developed countries, they now think about natural resources. Now, you know, very good example of this environmental thing. We had a big crisis in recent past. Actually, I'm telling about Ratupassola case. What is that? What is the root cause of that problem? Now, it is a national level problem. The root cause of that incident is something related to environment, right? If we move, or if we have this trend, another few years, two or three decades, we'll have a big crisis all over the world, right? And there was a technical problem, I think. Right. This is my conclusion, our conclusion. From the analysis, about its appearance that the environment sensitive does not affect the level of environmental disclosure by manufacturing firm. Environmental sensitivity does not affect the level of disclosure. That means whether the companies are more environmental sensitive, they do not disclose enough sufficient information to the stakeholders. And the study also provides evidence of lack of environmental disclosure in the absence of mandatory requirement to do so. Right? It's very important, because in our context there is no mandatory requirement, compulsory requirement to disclose information about impact of environmental things. And this should give an implication to the accounting regulatory bodies and considering mandatory environment disclosure. And here are some of my limitations. There are actually several limitations. We have gathered information from annual report for one year. Yes, thank you.